Hello my friends and welcome to Ian's Kitchen, my kitchen, where together we'll make some food magic and alchemy. Today we're making a ratatouille salsa. So I know a lot of French people are going to say this is sacrilege. Sacre bleu! Un sacrilège! But we're trying to be a little bit creative and I'm going to use it as a sauce for another dish later on. I'm having some friends over tomorrow and one of them is a vegan who I'd like to respect. So therefore, I am making a ratatouille salsa as a sauce for a potato tart, a rustic potato tart, which you will see in another video. What we're going to start with here is some onions and celery, finely diced. We also have some red peppers, which are finely diced, and the traditional and unforgettable ingredients in a ratatouille, aubergine and green squash, of course, finely diced. All of this is going to get cooked in the right order and I'm going to tell you how. And later on when it's cold, along the way we are going to spice it with some garlic and my homemade spice mix, which has paprika, oregano, cumin and chili flakes. And of course a little bit of salt and pepper along the way. So after it's all cold, we're going to mix it with some beautiful locally sourced diced tomatoes and some onion tops from my favorite farm in Undrumsdal. It's Holtgård. It's an organic permacultural farm. It's just a dream to go and pick vegetables in. And a lot of these vegetables are also locally sourced from local organic farms. This is the future, guys. Invest in your local society, because that's the only way we're gonna actually, have interesting food on the plate and a beautiful society to be a part of. What we're gonna do now is this cast iron pot, and I love cast iron. Don't care what anybody says. Cast iron is the shit. So we've got it on the heat, and then a little bit of oil, and we start with the onions and the celery. They tolerate the heat the best. Fun little fact. This pot is older than I am. Here, my kitchen is inside a house of nobility. So we're in Norway and the castle in Oslo is a copy of this house. This pot has been here at least one generation. So this pot is way older than I am and it's still going. That's amazing to me. That's why I love cast iron. So what I like is to put a little bit of color on the onions and the celery and a little bit of color on the paprika. Peppers, red peppers. For the vegetables to color, what you got to do is move them around and then actually leave them be. If you move them around too much, they won't color. So part of the coloring process is letting them just sit on the bottom of the pan and fizzle. That's the good part. Gives it taste too. Now our peppers, our onions, our celery are starting to brown very nicely. We're going to add the aubergines because they can tolerate some heat too. This is going to be the meat of the ratatouille. Later on, we're going to have the squash. Thing is, you don't want to cook the squash too long. If you do, it's going to become puree-like and it's going to lose that beautiful green color, which you don't want. So let these vegetables absorb all the cooking heat. You can even take it off the heat and then add the squash and cook it with the after heat. We'll see how it goes. A little bit more oil. Aubergines have a tendency to suck up oil like you wouldn't believe it. So you want to cook your aubergines a while before you actually add the garlic and the spices. The reason being, we don't want to burn either of them. We want the taste, but we don't want the bitterness that comes with burning these beautiful spices. So we got the garlic, we got the spices, we're gonna wait a bit. All right, now the aubergines are cooked, we're gonna put in our spices and our garlic. Spices first. You guys, I wish you were here because this is going to smell amazing. Just amazing. I love it when we put those in, and we don't have to cook them too much either. This is just going to start releasing all of its aroma. My God. So what we have here is about 4 cloves of garlic. We've got some paprika. That's about half a spoon, soup spoon. We've got half a soup spoon of cumin, 1.5 spoons of oregano, and a half spoon of chili flakes. We just let it cook a bit. Guys, these spices, the garlic, everything, the herbs, or herbs, just smell amazing. I wish you could be here. We can even ask Seaman behind the camera. How does it smell?
It smells great.
Amazing. A little bit of sweetness to balance out. We're going to use some organic honey from a local farm too. And I'm going to put some vinegar in there to deglaze the pan. Nice amount. And as I told you earlier, well, move it around here a little bit off the heat. And your squash. Actually, what I'll do is I'll turn off the heat, like so. And we'll just give it a whirl until the squash is nicely done. And then we will cool off the ratatouille so that we can add the rest of our ingredients that are going to go into the salsa. Just let your squash cook a bit until it's al dente, but no more. Here we go, ladies and gents. The ratatouille base has been cooled off in an ice bath, so we don't have to wait that long. It's not completely ice cold, but it's cold enough that it's not going to cook what's coming next. We can first give it a nice dose of salt and pepper, because there hasn't been any added yet. And we can also add our tomatoes and onion tops. Like so. That's the part that's going to make it fresh, salsa-like. And just to accentuate that freshness and that salsa character of it, we are going to add some cilantro and some lime zest. That's going to freshen it up a bit. Quite a bit. And I just love cilantro. Fun fact though, 10% of people on earth, they can just taste soap.
Yucca.
So 10% of people actually hate cilantro. You have a 10% chance of disgusting one of your guests.
Yucky!
But I still say use the cilantro anyway, because a lot of people, they say they don't like cilantro, but they actually do.
Yummy.
This is your lime. It's going to freshen it up again. Yay! 2 points. A little bit more there. We've got the juice of 1 entire lime. Nice and fresh. And because it's a salsa, well, a salsa does need a good amount of oil, doesn't it? So, here you go. To make it like a vinaigrette. And because I like the way that the freshness in the salsa plays off of the acidity in vinegar, I'm adding some vinegar too, so you have a play of acidity in the salsa. Very aromatic already. And I'm telling you, if you leave this overnight, let it marinate and sit, you are going to have a salsa unlike any you've tasted before. Just gonna give it a little taste to see if I need to adjust anything. A little more salt and pepper. By God, that is pretty amazing. This salsa here is going to make me popular with my friends tomorrow, I'll tell you that much. So here you go. We've got a beautiful ratatouille salsa, which, well, we're going to use it for a potato cake, but actually it can go for a lot of stuff. Pretty much anything you could use salsa for. Here you go. Hope you try it at home. I'll see you next time.